I'm just trying to decide if I'm comfortable even talking about that.
This One's Wife. No memoir from you. According to Marie Claire and an article by Iris Goldstein, Prince Harry allegedly put an end to This One's Wife's memoir plans. Really? I think we might have to file this one in file bullshit. But let's find out what Marie Claire, which, as you know, is one of the supine publications that ordinarily supports the Sussexes and pumps out the PR puff pieces. Prince Harry, releasing his memoir Spare, almost completely squandered any hopes the Duke of Sussex had of reconciling with the royal family, and it sounds like he's determined not to let something like that happen again. Rumours that This One's Wife wished to write a memoir of her own have been swirling around for months, culminating recently in incendiary royal expert Tom Bower claiming that such a tell-all book would be imminent. It was reported that This One's Wife wanted to set the record straight through this would-be opus. That is entirely understandable. An opportunity for her to assert control through the written word, with a relatively captive audience that has purchased it, which would then ensure that all of her delusions, revisions of history, would be reduced to writing and pumped out, along with a fat fee, would prove extremely tempting to a narcissist such as This One's Wife. However, a new source has spoken to OK about all of this, assuring us that Harry is not on board with a new memoir from the Sussex camp. Harry has openly spoken about having enough material to write a follow-up to Spare, but those plans have been scrapped as a consequence of him losing his potato prince, the source said. He's also put an end to This One's Wife's book. The move did not go down well with This One's Wife at first, but there now seems to be a clear vision for how the Sussexes intend to build bridges with the royal family. As far as we know, Harry is not currently speaking to older brother Prince William, although he and This One's Wife reportedly reached out to Princess Kate while she was in hospital this month. Still, the beginnings of a reconciliation with King Charles were seen in November, when Harry called his dad for his birthday, and their conversation was deemed successful. By who? Well, their three judges sat there going, 8.5, 7.8, 8.2. That's a successful conversation. Royal expert Duncan Larkin also spoke to OK, supporting the argument that a second Sussex memoir would be a bad idea. It will cause more angst, if indeed that's even possible, he said. Spare made lots of money, but what it cost Harry personally was big. Another account would be a considerable spanner in the works during a time that he is said to hope to heal the rift with his family. In particular, the clash between This One's Wife and Kate is still live and is a thorny issue. There is bad blood on both sides, so this would only fuel it. Larkin also agreed that 2024 may be the year for peace between royals on both sides of the Atlantic. It's likely that Harry is now in the mindset of trying to build bridges, he added. A new year could hopefully provide a time of healing. Here's hoping, says Marie Claire. So, is it the case that Harry has been able to put an end to This One's Wife's memoir plans? In a word, no. He might just have enough about him to realise that taking such a step really would be the death knell for his relationship with his family, and by not going down that route, it might provide the opportunity to reconcile matters. but there's a hell of a lot of work to be done. Nevertheless, I do not accept for a moment that this one's wife will have said, "Okay, Harry, I won't write it so we can be friends with your family again." No. Whilst her narcissism might recognise that it would be appropriate to hold off taking such action in order to get something that she wants, the fact is, nobody is allowed to shackle this one's wife, least of all a man who is in the sustained devaluation. The fact is, her narcissism deems that it does what is appropriate, irrespective of what Harry requires. If she thinks that it is appropriate for her to mend bridges with the royal family, and that in so doing she wouldn't release her memoir, she would do it. But she does it irrespective of what Harry might have to say about the matter. What he says is irrelevant. He's there to do what she wants, not the other way around. More likely, this one's wife would play nice initially. But it wouldn't take long for somebody, if reconciliation started, to offend her need for control, resulting in her feeling the need to lash out against them. And even if a reconciliation took place, this one's wife would still release the memoir because she must do what she must do. She is entitled to go wherever she wants to do whatever she pleases at whatever time it suits her. And if that means writing a memoir, even though it's going to cause problems for other people, she will still do it. The fact is, it's just too much of a tempting proposition. She doesn't listen to what Harold has to say. She's not there to be obligated by him. She's not there to kowtow to him. He's there to do what she wants. While she might recognise that reconciliation could be advantageous, that fades in comparison to the temptation of writing a memoir, an opportunity for her to tell her story, for all of the attention to be on her and for her to earn money. At the moment, she might be holding on to it to try and increase interest in it. It may also be the case, of course, that she would write two. One up to roughly the present day, or perhaps up until the move to the United States, and then thereafter a second part, which would undoubtedly follow as part of a divorce from Harold and paint him in a very poor light indeed as she smears him to smithereens. But the suggestion that Harry has put an end to this one's wife writing a memoir to allow reconciliation with the royal family is utter bollocks. She won't follow what he says, she won't do what she says, and the temptation of writing a memoir is far too powerful for her to put it to one side forever. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.